Good morning, Facebook. What's up, everybody? Take this thing off my neck. I don't know what they doing out here making all this noise with that place over there. I'm gonna come back in the house for a little bit. Too much noise out there. I'm gonna give it a little bit, let people log on right quick. We're talking about irony today. We're talking about irony. People talking about they're afraid to lose money in a business, or afraid to lose money in this business. They're afraid to lose money in the business. They're afraid to lose money in business for themselves. I don't know what they're doing across the street over here. Got this big old generator out here. Ain't even nobody out there, see? Got a big old generator out there. A lot of noise. But we're going to give it a few minutes before we start up, before we log on. What's going on, Joanne? What's going on, Angela? Miss Fiducia? Walk around the backyard a little bit quieter. You can talk about irony today of people talking about when we talk to people about going into business for themselves, creating income for themselves, people are so afraid to start a business. People are so afraid that they're going to lose money. And we're going to give it a little bit, but people are so afraid that they're going to lose money. So afraid that, that it's time consuming, or they're too busy and stuff like that. But people's biggest reason, is they're afraid to lose money. They always say, it's going to cost me this, it's going to cost me that, and I'm going to lose money. And they don't even realize, that they're losing more money every month because they don't have one. It's crazy, man. We came off of a great financial weekend this weekend in Greenville, North Carolina. Mr. Ivy Stokes was there. And Valerie, hey, I didn't forget about you today. I talked with him. He's supposed to be getting in touch with you. I talked with him. I just forgot to hit you back. I'm sorry. Because I told him. Y'all like and share this, because I'm sure everybody has heard it before. Man, I just can't do it in business, man. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna lose money, and they don't even realize. And this is how people think. They don't even know that they don't know that they're losing money every month. They're losing money every month. Don't even know it. And then a lot of times when people tell you this, they're afraid to start a business because they're gonna lose money. We don't go into it. What was that? We don't go into it to explain. Our job is to explain to them what they don't know. So we have to explain to them that they don't know that they're losing money. See, the average person who works a job, and I always like to start off by saying, I don't knock jobs. Jobs pay bills right then. But, if you can work a job, this is always my disclaimer. If you can work a job for somebody else, you can start a business for yourself and your family, because you're working that job to take care of that boss and that owner of that job's family. Who's taking care of your family? Who's creating financial wealth and legacy money for your family? I'm going to go inside because that's all that noise out there. So y'all share this, because people need to hear this. This is a big thing that I always get from people, when I'm out and about in the day talking about business. If I can sit and talk to somebody about, going to the club, hanging out, stuff like that. People will talk all day, but as soon as you start talking about money and going into a business, starting a business, oh man, they got so much, so much to say that doesn't make sense to me. And I can sit and listen to people, give me excuses about why they won't do a business. And I'm not even talking about just, my business. What's going on, Mr. Ford? How you doing, Dante? How you doing, brother? And, and like I said, I don't just talk about, my business, what I do. But any business in general, people come up with, I can't do that because this, that, and the other. And I never say, because I don't know what people have going on in their lives, but 99% of the stuff that people say, about why they can't do something sounds ridiculous. I mean, I'm just being real. It sounds ridiculous. And I was going to do another live stream later on today, but I think I'm going to incorporate this one in too, about, toward the end, about people who start the business, and they work it for 1 or 2 months, and they actually help other people do the business. They make money in the business their first month, and then they get out. That don't make sense to me. You get paid. What was your reason for starting a business? But anyway, we're going to get back to, how people are losing money and they don't even know it. Y'all like and share this, because people need to know this. I hear you, Dante. We got to grind, man. Hey, that's what it's all about, brother. We got to grind. We got to grind and keep going. That's what I'm trying to do, brother. Working at grind. I've already built my finances, so I'm working on my family's finances now, my legacy money now, buddy. But so people that come up to me, here's an average day. I'm talking to somebody about business now. Listen to me, follow along, and you put yourself in my shoes. I'm talking to somebody about business. Hey, you work this job, they complaining they work the job 30, 40 hours a week, and not getting paid what they're worth, And I say, well, listen, why don't you consider starting a business part-time, right? Start a business part-time from home, something that can help you bring in a few extra dollars. The first comment I normally get from people is, oh man, I'm afraid I'm gonna lose money. It's gonna cost money. Costs money to do that, and I don't want to lose no money. I don't want to lose money. That's normally the first excuse people give you. And I sit there and listen to it, and I want to say what's really on my mind, but then I don't want to, offend anybody. But I'm afraid to lose money. And I'm thinking to myself, I see the cell phone in their hand. I'm quite sure they have a car and they drive. I'm quite sure they probably have internet at home. I'm thinking to myself, that's like an oxymoron. I'm afraid to lose money, but I got a cell phone, I got a car, and I got internet. Now, see, this is where I lose a lot of people. This is where a lot of people don't understand, that they don't know that they don't know. I just said that people say they're afraid to lose money, but yet they got a car, a cell phone, and internet. They don't put the two together. They can't equate that. They can't put that together. You're losing money. If you got a car, internet, and cell phone, you're already losing a lot of money. You just don't know it. This is why I said last time, when I talk about people who work jobs, people who don't run businesses, people who are not financially, who are not wealthy, they live by a different set of rules than people that are wealthy. People that don't have, a business that don't understand business, don't understand dollars, they don't understand the money they're losing. And this is something we have to get people to understand. And it's almost, comedic to me when I'm talking to people about this, because when you try to explain it to them, it's like it's going over their head. It's going over their head. Let me tell you something point blank here. And let's argue a little bit. Let's debate. Anybody on here want to debate me? Hey, my number is 919-760-5019. Let's debate and argue. If you don't have a business from home, if you're not running some sort of business, you are losing money. Period. You're losing money. I don't care what you say, how you say it, because I'm not making this up. This comes from the IRS's website. You're losing money. If people tell me I'm afraid to lose money, and then I even tell them how much, now this is my business, I tell them how much it would cost them to start a business with me. $47.90, $34.95 a month, okay? So listen, at $47.90, good morning, Ms. Neblett, at $47, y'all like and share this, at $47.90 one time up front and $34.95 a month. And then you have the nerve to tell me that I don't want to lose money by running a business, but yet you got a cell phone, you got an internet, you got a car that you're paying on every month. You're telling me you're not losing money. I have to sit back and laugh. I have to sit back and say, see, ignorance means we don't know something. We just don't know that we don't know something, all right? I never call anybody stupid, crazy, nothing like that, because I don't demean people. But I say, what wealthy people say, that's ignorance. That's ignorance. I'm saying, if you work a job, but you don't run a business, you don't understand the power of tax. You don't understand the power of deductions, I say. You don't understand the power of residual income. That means you're losing more money than what it would cost you to run the business. Come on now. Y'all got to stay with me and understand this, because I'm going to go into another gear in a minute. You're paying, and I'm going to explain this to you, because see, a lot of people are sitting here thinking to themselves, or they're saying, how's that? How am I losing money? That don't make sense. I'll lose money if I start a business. No, you will make money simply by starting the business, but you have to understand the tax laws. You have to understand how this stuff works, okay? See, the administration and Congress, they wrote tax laws, right? They're all business owners and millionaires, y'all. Come on. They're business owners. Stay with me. They're business owners and millionaires. So who do you think the tax laws are going to affect the most? Business owners and millionaires. They'll throw you scraps at your job on your W-2. You'll make a few dollars, $20, $30, or $20, $25, $30 a month extra. That's it. Millionaires and business owners are making thousands. Thousands, right? See, they give you just the scraps to make you feel like, hey, it's working for me. But the people who run businesses, people who are millionaires, they're making thousands because they understand the taxes. They understand, how these deductions work. Now, I'm going to show you how you're losing money. You got a car. And this stuff I'm telling you, you don't have to take my word. Go to your tax professional. Go to the person who does your taxes. You have a car, right? I'm going to sit down here because I'm impatient all day long talking with people. I'm going to sit down. So you have a car. You have a cell phone. You have internet. You're paying these bills at home every month, right? You're paying these bills at home every month, okay? All right. Now, here's what you're doing. You go get in your car and you drive X amount of miles. The average person drives 20,000 miles a year. So you're driving. You're going from point A to point B. A long time, in the meanwhile, along the way, you got to do what? Stop and get gas. So you're putting gas in your car. But you have the nerve to tell me you're afraid to lose money in business. You got your cell phone. You're talking to your friends, your family on your cell phone. And you pay that bill every month. And you're going to pay it because you want your phone, right? But then you have the nerve to tell me you're afraid to lose money starting a business. You got internet at home. You're watching TV. And you're paying that bill every month. But you're afraid to tell me, but you're going to tell me you're afraid to lose money in business. Now, I just told you a minute ago, that's because, see, the average person, is starting to put this together. You're paying $34.95 a month to run a business. That's it. You're getting a pay raise on your job just from running the business greater than that $34.95. That's it. A pay raise extra on your job. Now you're paying your bills. You're paying your mortgage or your rent, right? You're paying that mortgage or your rent. You're paying that car note. You're paying that insurance. You're paying that gas. You're paying that cell phone bill, that internet bill, that TV bill. You're paying all these bills every month. But you're afraid to lose money. I guarantee you your mortgage or your rent is greater than $34.95. I guarantee you your cell phone bill is greater than $34.95. I guarantee you your internet is greater than $34.95 and so forth. Y'all see where I'm going with this, right? Stay with me because we're about to cross over here. You're paying these bills, but you're afraid to pay $34.95 a month, right? You go out and pay that cell phone bill and you're excited because your bill is on, your phone is on for another month. You pay that car note because you're excited because you got your car for another month. You put that gas in the car, you're excited because now you can drive that car. Okay, now let me show you what wealthy people do. Let me show you what people like Coach Bless Ellis, who's on the line, does. Y'all like and share this now because people need to hear this. Let me show you now. Let me show you because see, in the Bible, there are passages all over that talks about prosperity and wealth. Okay? But we just not getting it. We not getting it. Wealthy people get it. So let me tell you what people like Bless Ellis, Coach Bless Ellis does. He goes out and he pays his mortgages, all his rental properties and everything. I'm going to have to go in business with him some. He goes out and pays those bills, but guess what? He can write them off on his taxes as business expenses. He pays his cell phone bill. He can write it off as a business expense. He puts gas in his car. Government's giving him 54 cents per mile. See, these are things I'm doing too. I'm sitting here at my house right now. Y'all see my house, part of it. I said, I pay this mortgage every month, but I write it off. I write a piece of it off, right? I go out there and get in my car and drive up the street, just like you do, putting gas in your car, but I get the government to subsidize it. But yes, check this out. You afraid to lose $34.95 every month. So you're going to lose $34.95, but the government's going to give you $200 to $500. And they're going to give you thousands in deductions. Come on. See, we have to know that we just don't know this stuff. We have to know that we don't know it. Wealthy people know it. And wealthy people's children know it. And their children have a head start over your children financially. Here's why. 2 ways they have a start. First of all, they got a financial start, of course, right? If wealthy people have children, it just makes sense that their children are wealthy or wealthier than your children if you're not wealthy. That's one way. But then they give them something more valuable so they can create real legacy wealth. They give them information. They give them information. Wealthy people tell their children how to live off of, without leveraged income. They tell them how to live a residual life. They tell them how to say, okay, I'm going to make this dollar make me a dollar. I'm going to make this dollar, this $1 that I got is going to become a legacy for my family. But see, what regular people, what people that are not wealthy do, they say, this dollar I got, I'm going to get some more dollars, and I'm going to pop bottles in the club this week. I'm going to go out here and flex with my friends, and we're going to go out and have this fun and do this stuff. And then we're going to worry about the light bill next week. See, that's what normal people do. That's why the United States is the richest country in the world, yet 73% of people live paycheck to paycheck. Y'all got me on this? So how can you sit here and tell me, if you're on this live stream right now and you don't run a business from home, if you're on this live stream and you don't run a business from home, yes, I'm talking to you. If you're not running a business from home, then you are throwing away your money. Now you're throwing away your children's money. You're throwing away your legacy. See, the Bible speaks that he gives us power to create wealth. He doesn't give you wealth. He could have, like I told you last week, dog, he could have given Noah the ark, right? He didn't have to make Noah build that ark, but he gave Noah the tools to build the ark. God gives you the power to create wealth, right? God wants us to be prosperous in our health and wellness, right? So he gives us everything we need. He puts people in your lives to increase your wealth and your health, right? But yet we shun those people. We shun the people that are looking out for us, but we embrace people that are here to tear us down. See, the devil walks the face of the earth looking for who he can seek to destroy, right? And he's not just looking to destroy you physically. He's looking to destroy you mentally. He's looking to destroy you spiritually. He's looking to destroy you financially. So he places people in your life to destroy you. But yet when somebody's placed in your life that wants to genuinely bless you, we shun it. We have to, oh man, that stuff is wrong. That stuff's illegal. See, y'all remember, right? Remember when Jesus was walking along the shores of Galilee, right? And he came across Andrew and Simon, right? They were in their boat, right? Stay with me now. They were in their boat. And they were fishing. They'd been fishing. And they ain't caught nothing. Because, see, they were working the wrong way. They were doing it the wrong way. They were doing it without faith, without God, right? Jesus come along and said, listen, put that down. Come follow me. We're going to become fishers of men, right? So he kept on going a little bit more. Then he came across the brothers, James and John, and their father Zebedee in the boat too, right? Same thing. Working their Mycom business the wrong way. Not catching a thing. Put that down, come follow me. I'm going to teach y'all how to become fishers of men. Well, listen. God puts people in your lives to teach you. He puts people in your lives to show you. That's why we have so many millionaires. That's why we have so many people who are financial educators. They're here to teach you. But yet we shun that and we want to do it our way. So you cannot sit here and tell me, if you're on this live stream, y'all like and share this. People need to know this. People really need to know this. You cannot sit here and tell me that you cannot start a business from home for $34.90 every month because you're afraid to lose money, and then turn around and tell me you got a car, you got a cell phone, you got internet, you got mortgage, you got car insurance, you got whatever. You pay a bill on something. See, when people tell me stuff like that, there's a lot of times, I sit and laugh inside my spirit. I'm not going to laugh in your face. I'm going to laugh in my spirit and say, that's dumb. No, it's not dumb. I say it to myself, that's dumb. But I will say some people are ignorant. And ignorant, what does that mean? We don't know. Ignorance means you just don't know. Now, here's my next thing. Y'all tell me where I'm thinking wrong on this one. Because I've had people actually start a business with me. Got training, made money their first month, y'all. They actually got a pay increase on their job anywhere from $200 to $600 their first month. Hadn't sold anything. They ain't got to sell nothing. They hadn't talked to nobody. Hadn't asked their boss, their best friends, their mama, cousin, uncle, nothing. They just didn't know. You're right, Chantel. Chantel, Miss King, they don't know. See, listen, they made money their first month. They put 2 people in the business their first month. They helped 2 other people get pay raises their first month and learn how to write their tax off. And guess what they did? They turned around and left the business. Now, here's my thinking. You started a business because you wanted to make money, okay? You made money the first month, and then you left the business to go do something different or not to do something. I don't understand that concept. What was your purpose for starting the business? It wasn't to make money, because you made money. You actually made money. And then you quit the business. Now help me out with that one. I don't get it. If you start a business, your business objective is to make money. Yeah, that's right, Taylon. How do you see results and quit? Come on, y'all. Stay with me, because see, here's the thing. Noah out there building this ark, Taylon. Noah's out there building that ark. And he sees the results. And while he's building this ark, it starts to sprinkle. Some days it was sprinkling. Never rained. But look, he sees the results of the boat being built. Right? How do you see results in your business? You're making money and quit. See, had Noah quit building that ark, what would have happened? We know the end of that story, right? Had he quit building that ark, what would have happened? But he didn't quit. So people come into business and they make money and they quit. What if they didn't quit? How can you make money the first month? How can you make good? What's going on there, Mr. White, Terry White, Ms. Walton, Marcus Powell? How? Y'all like and share this, because I don't understand this. How can you make money in the business you just started? Make money that first month. You actually educated somebody else. Make money that first month, and then you quit the business. What was your reason for starting the business? It definitely wasn't to make money, because if it was, you did that. You made money, but you quit the business. So, it makes no sense to me, y'all. It makes no sense. Some people just don't understand that they don't know what they're doing. You go get a job, right? And you're going to get that first paycheck, and you quit. I don't get it. Now, unless you just didn't like that job. But how can you run your own business, a business you wanted to start, a business that you made money in the first month? You made more money the first month than what it cost you. You made money, and you quit. But once again, how can I walk up to you on the street and talk to you about a business, right? And you have the audacity, the nerve, you tell me you don't have the money. And here's another thing you're going to see. See, like I said, I never say anything negative about people in their face. I just try to educate people. How can you tell me that if you're working a job, how can you tell me you are too busy to start a business? Think about this. How can you tell me you are too busy to start a business, y'all? How? Because see, here's the thing. I see you on Facebook. I see you on Facebook complaining about money. I see you on Facebook saying, praise God, I got the second job. No, don't. That's not a praise. That's not time to do a praise dance, because God put us on this earth to be prosperous. He didn't put us on the earth to work all your life and die. He said you got to leave. See, the commandment is you got to leave generation. You got to leave generational wealth. You got to store away for 3 generations. You can't do that with a job. Sorry, you can't. So that commands you to start a business. That tells you you have to start a business. That's in the word, right? Proverbs 13:22. A righteous man leaves an inheritance for 3 generations of his children. You can't do that with a job. I'm sorry. It's not possible. Not with you working a job. So that tells you right there you must start a business, something that you can pass down. So how you going to tell me you're on Facebook complaining about money, right? You're on Facebook talking about when is payday, right? You're on Facebook talking about how am I going to pay this bill? I guess one of these bills got to wait. And then I talk to you about a business that can make you money while you sleep. But you're going to say, I can't, I'm too busy. To what I always say, this is what I always say, people, don't get mad now. If you're too busy, is your bank account busy? Is your bank account busy? Now, if your bank account ain't busy, if your bank account ain't keeping up with your busy work, then you busy for no reason at all. You just busy for no reason at all. You need to get rid of some of that busy work and start making you some bank work, right? Y'all better stay with me there, because I'm going to start preaching. You better stay with me. You will put here as kings and queens. See, here's another one for you. The borrower will always be slave to the lender, right? We will always have poor among us, but nowhere in the word does it say you had to be the poor one. It doesn't say anywhere where you got to be poor, right? Come on now. That's right, Miss King. Busy doing nothing. How you going to tell me you too busy or I'm afraid to lose money? Those are two things that right now is just, I laugh on the inside of my spirit. And then I start to say, well, let me educate you. That's right, Coach. Busybodies. How busy? Hey, Coach, your bank account busy, ain't it? Your bank account busy. Because see, you got real busy work. That's right. So the two things people going to tell me. People going to tell me, oh, man, I'm losing money. That thing's, how can you be broke and skeptical? I don't understand. How can you be broke and skeptical? I don't get it. You know, hey, it bothers me when people come up with these sayings. And see, it's a lot of things. I don't really fault people. I can't fault people over that. It's because that's where we were taught, right? We were taught to be broke. The system is flawed. The system is designed for you to fail. If you don't believe me, get with me after this. I will show it to you in real life how the system is designed for you to fail, right? Y'all like and share this, y'all, because, see, people don't know this stuff. And once people start hearing this stuff enough, they'll start questioning. They'll start asking questions, right? They'll start saying, well, dawg, I am busy all the time, but I'm broke. But dawg, I never thought about it. I am paying a cell phone bill. I'd rather pay $34.95 a month to learn how to change this. Excuses, Coach. That's all it is. Excuses. People give you excuses all because they don't want to make a real change in their life. See, I find that out on Facebook and in person quite often. People will rather complain about a situation because if they complain about it, they don't have to put forth any effort to change it. But once you show them something and a way for them to change their situation, now you put the onus right back on them. Now they actually have to do something. They have to make a change. And most people don't want to change. Most people are content. Most people are comfortable being told what to do. That's why not everybody can be a boss. Not everybody can be, a CEO. Or not everybody can be a business owner. Somebody got to flip the hamburgers. I'm just saying. Somebody got to be the employee. But it's not going to be me, and it shouldn't be you. It shouldn't be, right? I'm just saying, because I see a lot of people talking about making boss moves, but they got a boss. Bosses don't have bosses. I'm just saying. So here's the thing. You can't come to me with that stuff. I like missing me with that stuff. I'm afraid to lose money. The only person who I would accept that from is somebody who's homeless. They're afraid to lose money because they've never had money. They never had a dollar. They never had this, that, and the other, or they don't know how to do. And then that can be taught too. Because see, broke is temporary. Poor is a mindset though. We got to change poor. See, broke is temporary. Y'all remember this. Broke is temporary, but poor is a mindset. Very hard to change somebody's mindset. So, you can't tell me that you're afraid to lose money in business. And you paying the sex. I see a lot of new people jumping on. Miss Nicole, Takesha Nicole, how you doing, baby? Miss Simmons, how you doing? Y'all like and share this. What's going on, Velma? Y'all like, what's going on, Mr. Pruitt, so forth, everybody up? Okay, listen, like and share this. I'm going to recap this again. Somebody tells me that they're afraid to lose money, but they paying a cell phone bill. They paying a mortgage or rent. They paying internet. I have to secretly laugh down in my spirit because they don't know what they're talking about. They do not know that they don't know. It's ignorance. Right? Ignorance means we just don't know something. You cannot tell me that you're afraid to lose money, but you're paying these bills because, and I'm going to break it down again really quick for you, how you're losing money. See, you pay that mortgage or that rent. I guarantee you your mortgage or your rent is more than $34.95. Well, guess what? I'm going to show you how to write it off on your taxes. Guess what? Your cell phone bill, more than $34.95. I'm going to show you how to write it off on your taxes. My wife and I, we've been on our honeymoon for the past almost month now. The kids been going since they got they got out of school. We had their bags packed. Going to first to their grandmamas. Now they're going to their aunts. All right? They will come back a couple of weeks before school because we got to get back in the swing of things. But my wife and I have been on the honeymoon for the past month and a half now. Every night we eat out. We eat out 2-3 times a week, even when the kids are home, because we just don't cook that much. We probably should start, but we just don't. See the kitchen over there? We probably should. We just don't. But bottom line is, every time we go, it's a business dinner. See, you go cook and buy your groceries, or you go to eat, you got to pay for it. Well, it's a business expense for me. So I can't say to myself, I'm afraid to lose money in my business, but I don't write off this meal. I can't say to myself, I'm afraid to lose money in this business, but I don't write off my gas every time I get in my car. I can't say to myself, I'm afraid to lose money in business, so I can't write off my mortgage or rent, whichever you got, right? I can't write off this cell phone, this internet. So you have these bills that you're paying every month. Let me get this straight. Come on, y'all see that? Let me get this straight. Y'all have these bills y'all paying every month. And on the IRS's website, it tells you if you don't have a business, you're losing money, right? It tells you this. You don't have a business, you are losing money. How you doing? Give me a few. Y'all here selling something? Oh, man, boy, I tell you, you caught me. Hey, got somebody coming in the door trying to sell me something right here.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on? I'm doing a Facebook Live right now. So y'all see right now? Here we go.
Kirby,
he's over here trying
to the world now.
Kirby?
Yeah, we doing.
He over here trying to give me Kirby. I used to sell Kirby years back, way back.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I know how it is, so I know what I'm about. But y'all, check this out. I want to give me just 5 minutes.
Okay.
You cannot tell me that you can't run a business from home, but you paying a mortgage, you paying cell phone, you paying internet, right? You can't tell me that. See, everything I do is a business deduction. Everything I do is a write-off. So how can you tell me this? That you're afraid to lose money in your business. You're afraid to lose money by starting a business, but you're paying these bills every month. See, go to the IRS's website. They tell you this stuff. But once again, our people perish for lack of knowledge, y'all. We don't know what wealthy people know. See, we don't know what they know. We teach our children to be broke. We teach our children to go in debt. We teach them, see, the system is flawed. The system is designed for you to fail. But see, when you get to like me and what we do, now you start to become rich. Then you become wealthy. All right? And so that's what we do. So don't come telling me you're afraid to lose money starting a business. What you say, Coach? You know what's about to happen to that Kirby guy? Come on, Coach. Come on, millionaire. Listen, okay, y'all. Let's get back on track really quick because I got to end this. Don't say, you can't give me these excuses, all right, that you're afraid to start a business. If you can work for somebody for 20, 30, 40 years and make, and be on their clock, right, making their families rich, who's making your family rich? The Bible is specific. It does not say that you're not supposed to leave an inheritance. It tells you a righteous man will leave an inheritance for 3 generations. I'm sorry, you can't do that with a job. No matter how great of an employee you are, you can't pass that job down to your children. You can't. You have to start a business. You have to do something to become a legacy. See, my children are set. My grandchildren, my great-grandchildren will be set. My children and my family are set now. All right? See, I have a legacy, but I have things to pass down. I have investments, businesses to pass down. So we have to do something. It starts with you. All right? And here's the last thing. Remember I said, how can you start the business? Make money your first month and then quit the business. What was your reason for starting? Nobody starts a business to lose money. We start a business to make money. I've had people actually start the business, made a lot of money. I teach people how to make money their first month, and they left the business. I'm like, that's about the backwards thing I can say. But anyway, y'all like and share this because everybody needs. I'll be back on a little bit later on to put some more tips out. I'm helping people out. And just if you've got any comments, questions, give me a holler. 919-760-50. What is my number? 919-760-5019. Hit me back up on the book here. We'll come back to y'all later. Y'all like and share this. Bye-bye.